Taking the floor at the anniversary session of the UN General Assembly, the president of Kazakhstan proposed to move the headquarters of the United Nations from the United States to Asia, referring to the growing role of Asia in the global process.
Sultan Nazarbayev, President of the Republic of Kazakhstan.
In the 21st century, the center of development is shifting to Asia, the largest continent in the world, which is home to two-thirds of the world population and where the vast resources are concentrated. A powerful impetus of Asian emerging economies identified a new reality in the global process. It is important to use this historical opportunity to give a new impetus to relations between the states, taking into account this process. I propose to consider the transfer of UN headquarters to Asia. Terrorism is a consequence of states' destruction and migration. The root causes of these disasters can be found in poverty and illiteracy. Countries that are witnessing economic difficulties should not overcome them alone, said the president of Kazakhstan. The fight against the global crisis must begin with restoring the order of the world's reserve currency circulation. It is necessary to unite the efforts of the UN member states to develop a supranational world currency that meets the goals and objectives of the global sustainable development. The well-being of millions of people depends on many factors. In one moment, countries may become economic hostages of international sanctions. Sultan Nazarbayev believes that the right to impose an embargo is a prerogative of the Security Council, not individual states. The UN Charter was written by the blood of millions of war victims. Any violation of its articles, in particular on ensuring sovereignty and territorial integration of states, leads humanity to repeat the tragic mistakes of the past. It is necessary to eliminate the self-selected imposition of sanctions as contrary to the UN Charter and international law. According to the president of Kazakhstan, terrorism and religious extremism are urgent issues on the global agenda. At present, no country is immune to suffer from militants. The forces of international groups are able to destroy countries. Sultan Nazarbayev offers to fight the evils of the world under the auspices of the UN. In the general debate of the UN General Assembly commemorative meeting in New York, Sultan Nazarbayev called for nuclear powers to give up the deadly weapon. These countries must provide guarantees of the nuance of destruction of weapons to all states that have abandoned it, the Kazakh president explained. Also, it was proposed to adopt a universal declaration of the United Nations to achieve a world free of nuclear weapons. The head of state also focused on the need to create a nuclear-free zone in the Middle East. Today, it is necessary to guarantee the right of states to peaceful nuclear energy and non-discriminatory access to nuclear fuel. That is why we supported and signed the agreement on the establishment of the International Bank for Low-Enriched Uranium with the IAEA. The world needs to assess it as an important measure of safe and peaceful use of the atom. From now on, countries wishing to develop nuclear energy have no need to enrich uranium themselves. On the sidelines of the summit, Sultan Nazarbayev invited the Polish businessmen to Kazakhstan. The prospects of cooperation in the trade economic sphere were discussed at the meeting with the leaders of Poland. The head of state told his Polish counterpart that Kazakhstan provides exceptional preferences for the investors. Andrzej Duda won the presidential election in May this year. The 43-year-old politician took over from the former president Bronislaw Komorowski. I congratulate you on the victory in the presidential election. I hope that you will contribute to the further development of bilateral relations, especially in trade and economic sphere. About 90 enterprises with Polish capital have already begun operating in Kazakhstan. They are involved in a variety of industries, including pharmaceuticals, processing, and agriculture. In addition, the president of Kazakhstan met with the Prime Minister of Luxembourg in New York. Sultan Nazarbayev congratulated Xavier Bettel on the presidency of the Council of the European Union and expressed the hope that the new agreements signed between Kazakhstan and the EU will be soon ratified.